So, this episode's gonna be edited, I guess. And I do hope that I'm not too loud, in terms of actually kinda having the P's and the S's way too loud, which can happen. You can correct it in post, but yeah, it is really not the most interesting and the best thing to do. And also I think it would fuck with the whole other thing, like the whole other parts of the recording as well. Therefore, not really good. But I'm really not into shouting around at 10 p.m. And therefore, I'm just gonna do it this way. I do hope that there's not gonna be just so many amazingly extreme P's. But yeah, I see. Maybe I edit some things out. I totally guess in general that this gonna be edited just because, or just to see what I can do with it. Yeah. But today's gonna be another episode of the self-development chess game. Apparently, I pretty much like it. I really like it. I think it is just something new, something different, and it gives me a lot of space to just talk. And maybe also sort my thoughts and sort what I'm thinking about. But as I've just had a look at the other recording that I've did just before, I actually look like a fucking drug addict. I really do. I do just have so massive bags under my eyes. It is. I think it's not even healthy now. Just chronic sleep deprivation is totally something that's good. Actually, this okay thing that divers actually use in Italy. I guess it's communicating like fuck you or something. Which, yeah, I'm sorry if you're from Italy. I didn't meant it that way. I really did not. But yeah, as you can see on the left side, I think I've actually stepped up the game a little bit. Let's actually preferences. Yeah, it is actually now 2 moves ahead of me, and I've played a game after the last game. I do not know when this episode's actually gonna be published or something. Maybe it's even not gonna publish, but I guess it is. I really guess it will be. The thing is, I have played a game just before. I got totally fucked. But yeah, it is what it is. Sometimes you're getting fucked, and the most important thing is to just, stand up again. Really is the case. It really reminds me on Les Brown. Back in the days, I've been really listening quite a lot to Les Brown and Les Brown's motivational speeches. And, in the end, I actually came to the conclusion that the most, I do not want to say interesting parts, but actually the best parts of it actually from Will Smith, because I was always listening to some compilation and to some montages or whatever you want to call them. And the thing is, most of the things weren't actually from Les Brown, even though there are quite a lot of good stories of him. Like the following one, actually. Les Brown in one of his speeches was talking about a boy, a small little boy, and he was playing with a friend on the ice, and suddenly the ice break, which is definitely not good. In the winter, there is some ice, you're on a lake, in the middle of the fucking lake, and the ice breaks. The thing is, his friend just drops under the fucking ice, which is just insanely dangerous, and probabilities of dying are actually really fucking high. They are really high. The thing is, the boy ran to a tree, just ripped off a fucking... What is it actually called? He ripped off a part of the tree, ran to the boy, or just ran to his friend in the middle of the fucking lake and got him out of the lake, underneath the fucking ice, He just used the part of the tree, put it underneath the ice, and pulled out his friend. And the most important part about the story is that there was an old man, and the old man was closely watching the whole scenario and the whole thing. And as he was interviewed by some mainstream media shit, they asked him, how is it possible that this boy was able to help his friend, to get him out from underneath the ice to rescue him. And the old man said, and again, which is actually interesting, an old and wise man, as the story that I was talking about today, and today is the 10th of August, just because I do not know when this episode's gonna air. The thing is, he said there was no one that said that he couldn't. And this is the only reason why this boy was able to rip off the fucking tree, go to the ice and help his little fellow. And that's it. Because there were no naysayers. There was nobody that actually said like, well, you're not going to do it. You're not going to be able to do it. There was no one to say no. And this is it. Like, this really is it. The thing about the story is that, first of all, it just really burned into my fucking mind. Like, I still remember it. Isn't this just amazing? Like, to some degree, it really is fucking amazing. Still, it is pretty right, I have to say. I really believe that there is something about it. I really think that, just a lot of people actually give, and I wouldn't exclude myself, a lot of people just actually give just way too much a fuck about what other people think of them, what other people are just talking about them, and whatever it is, which I totally understand. Like, we are human beings, and I think what other people think of us and say about us and whatsoever will just often matter. I don't want to say always matter, but it will just matter. Just, I don't know. It also comes up to how you got parented. This just really is a big and important factor. The thing still is, like, nobody knows you actually. This is one of the most important kind of reasons why you should really not give a fuck about what anybody's thinking about you. Nobody really knows what's going on in your fucking head. Like, nobody. No fucking body. Like, nobody. Not even your mother, not even your spouse, nobody but you knows exactly what's going on in your head, knows exactly what's just what you're thinking about, knows exactly this and that and whatever it is. Nobody knows but you. No fucking body. And this is actually one of the things that I've actually also got from Gary Vee, and I think it is pretty true. I really think it is. Which just, it is, I think, a good enough of a reason to just be like, well, I give a fuck what anybody thinks about me, just because, nobody even knows me, and nobody even knows what's going on in my head. And the thing is, you can be like, they don't know what's going on in my head, but they still know me because they've been around for, 10 years, and they've been my friend for 10 years. Of course, people gonna know you. They're just gonna know how you're acting, what you like and all those things. But that apparently doesn't mean that they completely know you. Which means, everything about you. I do just believe that nobody actually knows everything about you. Nobody, everything. But you, you just know everything about you. Hopefully. Nah, I don't know. The thing is, the mind, the thoughts of other people and what other people think about you just really does not matter. The thing is, it just really prevents us from doing quite a lot of things and doing quite a lot of great things. And I always have to think about it when I'm outside. I'm actually trying to produce some content for Instagram stories or TikTok, actually, which is an amazing platform. I think getting big on TikTok is fairly easy, just because the organic reach is so incredibly high and good, and whatever you actually say, it is actually good. It is extremely good. It's amazingly good. I've uploaded 26 videos up to now, and I've already got 1.4 thousand clicks. It's amazing, I think the last 2 days, I've been pretty much uploading quite a lot, just because I've seen this really fucks with me as well. I've been uploading just because I've seen that there is just a lot of engagement. There's just a lot of people who are actually, just voting on polls that I'm posting there. They actually sometimes, they view shit. and whatsoever, you really can see it's just really high numbers, and it fucks with me a little bit as well, just because like giving a fuck only about the metrics and analytics and the clicks and likes and whatever is really not the best thing. You can really get caught up in this shit, especially if you're a little bit bigger and you feel like, well, I gotta have to show my booty to just get those 25,000 likes. Well, and it is making you so fucking unhappy, it is really not the thing you should be doing, I guess. Like, nah, really, no, not good. Not that nice. But let's actually see. Let's actually move a piece there. I really like the horses. The horses thing. They're really nice. But it just really somehow prevents us, and or distracts us from doing things that we would like to do, and things that actually can be pretty amazing. Like me being able, without actually cringing and without actually feeling bad, and doing some stories in public or recording some stories in public, it would be amazing. Like, I'm still really forcing myself to do it, to still make. I do not have a phone now, but to actually just make. I'm doing selfies. Like, I'm often doing some selfies, and I'm really doing it not like as you can often see with people that are doing them in public. Like, okay, I'm gonna do them beneath my table so that only I can see myself and nobody sees anything else. Like, yeah, like you can practically just look up your nose, to be honest. Like, that, when you're just, I don't know, snapping on the go, and when you're just in a train or other public spaces, you're not gonna be doing it like this. You're not gonna have your hand in a fucking, I don't know, 45-degree angle, like just in the air. But I'm forcing myself to do that. I'm really fucking forcing myself to do it, just because I know that I do just have to break the pattern of giving a fuck about what people fucking think of what I'm doing there. And also another thing is that they might not even be thinking about you, and this is actually quite often the case. Like, of course, when somebody's doing something that's extremely strange, I'm gonna watch, because this is what we human beings are doing. We watch shit, we watch other human beings. It is really like, the thing that we are doing. On the other hand, it is like, okay, people gonna watch, I'm gonna watch, I think about it for 1 minute and then I forget about it. And that's fucking it. So therefore, like, yeah, give a fuck about them, really give a fuck about them, because, like, yeah, nobody knows shit, nobody actually gives a fuck, to be honest. No, really nobody does somehow. But I'm actually really feared to lose there, because I know that the computer there is actually not that bad, at least, even though it is actually like the second lowest kind of difficulty level, it's still like, I don't know. But let's actually get my king into a pretty great position there. Fuck you, motherfucker. I don't even know what you're doing there, but should I even bother? The problem there is, I do need my horse. I do want to have my horse. And the fucking, which I do not know the figure's name, is fucking with me. Oh, he would fuck something anyway. I see. But let's actually do it. He did a pretty good one. But well, like, really give a fuck about what anybody thinks about you. It really does not matter. It does not fucking matter what anybody's thinking about you. Unless you're actually giving it some meaning. Like, it really does not matter unless it is somehow a person that you somehow admire, or a person that you like, that you really like, then it will matter. And I guess actually somehow being judged by your spouse or other people that are really close to you is something that must be extremely hard. And I'm having to deal with it myself. Like, it really is not the easiest thing, living with somebody and or just spending a lot of time with somebody that is trying to achieve a lot, maybe, even though I do not really want to say this because it just sounds so kind of I don't know, like I'm such a hardworking person because, yeah, I do things. I do quite a lot of things as well. I'm recording at fucking 11, not, half past. No, it is actually a quarter past 10 p.m. Because it is fun, because I actually wanted to do it, because I wanted to do something that is smart, something that I feel like is just a good idea or something, something that I just want to do somehow. I just really felt like doing this episode, even though it is really late and even though I shouldn't be that loud. But yeah, it's actually really difficult to know what moves you should be doing, especially, when you are not the best player and also when you're talking about something completely different. Normally chess is one of the, I think, one of the most silent games there is. Like, people are just sitting there for several minutes and just think. It's amazing. It really is amazing. It is also quite interesting to watch, to be honest. Especially if just some really high ranked people are playing, like Magnus. I do not remember his last name, unfortunately, but they're just really good, and I don't know, like, I think it is more like waiting until someone makes a mistake, I guess. But yeah. But I could do just a pretty good move as well, I guess. But he would fuck with him. Ah, I see. Well, not even. Like I'm safe. Like I'm really safe. But let's actually do this, I guess, and give myself a little bit space. Even though, like, I often feel like I'm doing so well. Just as I'm thinking about it and I'm talking about it, this move was just so fucking bad. It was just so bad. What did I do there? It's amazing. It really is amazing how bad this fucking move was. But yeah, never mind. This actually, if this is gonna be the episode that I'm going to upload tomorrow, this would be now the 389th episode or something. And yeah, and I'm really happy that I actually tried it out to just make the chess videos and just talk about something while I'm playing something. Just because it feels good, actually. And I somehow feel like that now it's lagging a little bit. Gonna have to wait. And I also think that people can feel and people can actually notice that it is just fun for me playing some chess and just talking about some things that I think about, that I consume, that I have been consuming, that I have been experiencing. With even though, like, it is a little bit complicated for me though as well, just because I kind of feel like I want to give as much value as I possibly can. And I feel like by going through articles and reading articles, especially for those people that are consuming the podcast, it is just incredibly helpful. It really is, just, yeah, it's just helpful, because I believe this is knowledge, this is value, this makes sense. But I don't know, it could actually also be the case that, me talking about certain things that I know, that I think about, that I consumed, that this is actually more valuable and more, more valuable, just because, like, yeah, it doesn't have to be entertaining, it doesn't have to be, like, only just knowledge or something. It's gotta have to be something in between, I guess, I think the mixture and or just the balance between knowledge and entertainment is just, well, really important, and I think it's like, yeah, it's really important. If you have both things, then it's gonna be just a pretty good content, because, who doesn't like to be entertained and learn something just while being entertained? Like, yeah, who doesn't fucking like that? It's just amazing. It's good, I think it's the best way to learn things. But let's actually finish up this game, and I try to not lose, but I'm not doing the best job. Well, I could be doing this one, actually. I guess that's not too bad, because I'm gonna do this thing. Oh. But yeah, not that bad, I guess. I see. Fuck you. Fuck you, motherfucker. Gotcha. Oh god. I see. I see. My voice is gone already. Let's say, this is then the part that is for, for the podcast listeners. It's not that good. I'm trying to talk about something while I'm playing and not only kind of commentating my own fucking moves that, generally speaking, are really not that good. Let's actually see. Let's actually see what I could be doing here. I would actually like to just save up my pawn there, but I guess it is not really possible for me. What can I be doing that is smart? What can I be doing that is smart? And I also don't know. I also don't want to cripple myself, because in general, doing something that you absolutely hate doesn't make any fucking sense in terms of actually trying to be successful at something that you hate, absolutely hate, really do not like. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Please don't do that. Please don't make that. Do something else. Just try something and try to be good at something that you absolutely love. But yeah, not something that you hate, not something that you just, I don't know, really not something that you can't stand or something. It's not going to be possible for you to just get successful at this particular thing. It's just not going to happen. It's just taking way too much time. It's taking way too much energy, way too much willpower, way too much everything to actually get successful at something that you absolutely not like. It's not good. It's not a good idea. Actually doing it like this might be a good one. Yeah, it's really important, and I've been talking about it so often. Something that I see as well with the posts, the recent few days, I always just talk about the exact same thing, which might not be the best thing. Even though it really comes up to how you communicate it, there's so many different ways to communicate the exact same thing. It is just insane. It really is insane. And sometimes, people listen to it just because you've communicated in such a way, and sometimes people don't. Therefore, I've been thinking about posting the exact same things 8 times a day, or one day 8 times, just through other formulations, through other pictures, through whatever, just because I wanted to see, if it works. And really trying out things is important, and I've understood it and I've seen it. This might not be the final stage of what I'm doing, the self-development chess, as I call it. It might be some of a little series that I'm gonna do or something, just because it is fun, just because I like it. But I know for the podcast listeners, it might not be the best thing, unless I really have to have something to talk about. But yeah, let's actually... I'm actually going to just do something relatively dangerous. He's gonna fuck me, but I'm able to take one of his things. Yeah. One of his things. Oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. do it like that. It's gonna take it. I'm gonna take his, and then I'm good to go. I think I'm gonna lose. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. Absolutely. But yeah, never fucking mind. I could. No, I could not. Let's do it like this for a second. Just grab his as well. Oh fuck, I haven't seen that. But well, yeah. I think I'm gonna end the episode there just because like the game is not gonna be so interesting from this point on, just because I know that I'm gonna lose. I really know it. But I could just play it for the sake of playing it. Just trying shit. No, mistake. Fuck. Yeah, I guess that's it. I really guess that's it. So, yeah, let's end the episode there. I think I'm gonna edit it tomorrow in the morning. I think it is actually pretty nice. But yeah, I wish you the best health, happiness, and also success. And as always, I do hope that you always remind yourself on how you're gonna be remembered, which means like your legacy. Like, yeah, we have it in our control. Even though we can't serve everyone, we can't make everyone like us. It is what it is. With that being said, I wish you the best, and I see you the next time.